Ex-Hololive Artist exposed for grooming. Yuki Sakuna Responds. I'm very disappointed and surprised that she is not from Niji-sanji, because this is a Niji-sanji behavior.
Okay, so it seems like we have an update on the kind of Hololive or ex-Hololive artist who actually got called out for being a groomer, which obviously is terrible. And you know, there's been a whole kind of thing that's been going on over the past couple of days, and I made a full video covering it. Essentially what had happened. If you want a quick TLDR, you can go back to the video if you want a full kind of look at what has actually gone on. But essentially there's this artist called Gao, who I'm sorry if I said that wrong, by the way, but essentially they've been working.
Well, if the artist is Japanese, okay, if the artist is Japanese, you need to know that in Japan they have this kind of blurry legal, questionable legal aspect of sexualizing kids and stuff. Like they are punishing people if they have evidence, but the law itself is very questionable on that. For example, there is some places where the consent age is like 16. There's other places where the consent age is 18, 12, so it depends. Even if it's like in the law it's 18, but locally in each region they have their own version of it. So it's like very questionable in Japan. You never know how to react to that.
On big VTuber models, for example, like Yuki Sakuna, who is one of the biggest VTubers out there. You know, she holds the record for the biggest VTuber debut of all time and still holds it even after that Saba stream, which is absolutely crazy. And obviously, yeah, the artist that made this was Gao, who's been working with her ever since she was Minato Aqua over at Hololive. He also made the model for that one, and well, it seems like some information came out from a Japanese streamer slash YouTuber called Kore. Now, essentially, they exposed the fact that he had been grooming some 14-year-old or whatever, and
holy shit, bro went low on the scale.
Essentially, he was a 40-year-old man with a wife and kids of his own, which is absolutely crazy to see. And obviously, yeah, it's been absolutely terrible to find out this information. And obviously, it's been terrible, obviously, for Yuki as well, finding out this information. And, you know, this tweet here says, so a crazy turn of events. Gal Papa actually came into Kore's stream and then admitted the faults and announced that he's going to be retiring from an illustrator. Obviously, many people thought that
if the artist never had like showed his voice or anything, he can just change name and continue actually.
Maybe Kore was going on stream, you know, throwing out allegations. We've seen it so many times, even over in the Western audience, of people like saying they're this and that whenever you don't exactly know if it's true or not. But in this, you know, turn of events, Gao actually went on stream and said, I did it, I retire, essentially, which is, again, pretty crazy. And obviously, I don't know if there's any kind of like...
I like this kind of event. Like if someone they find that someone is like doing, I would say, bad activity. That person is like, you know what? Yes, I'm guilty, and I will retire from drawing. No. We want you to retire from grooming. you can't keep your hobby. No, just retire from grooming.
Like backlash in terms of like the police or anything like visiting his house. I'm not sure if anything has been done about that, but again, it's kind of crazy to see that this has been going on, and apparently it happened a couple of years ago, at least a few years ago, you know, because apparently the person is now 17, so it's been about 3 years, I'd say, which again is really crazy. But it seems that there's been some updates, including a confirmation from Yuki that they are parting ways with Gao, and they're saying, due to the confirmation of inappropriate behavior by the illustrator in charge, we decided to refrain from using illustrations created by said individual moving forward.
Wait, what? Okay, so there is an ex-Hololive artist that got exposed for grooming, and when that artist got caught, the artist was like, you know what? Yes, this is true, and I will retire as artist. I was like, this is fun. Every time someone is doing something illegal or weird and he gets caught, he's like, okay, I will retire as VTuber or as artist. No, we want you to retire as groomer. You can't stay an artist, just retire from the bad activity.
So again, obviously they've confirmed the fact that this information, that this inappropriate behavior has been going on. They said, however, for ongoing projects that are already in progress, we may, after consultation with the relevant parties, continue to handle them on an exceptional basis. We kindly ask for your understanding in advance. So again, I don't know what they're on about there. I don't know if they're saying that they're still going to work with him for ongoing projects or something like that. I'm not sure, but I feel like what they should do is try to hand the project to someone else. I'm not sure though what they kind of mean by that. And they essentially say, as I personally hold the rights to the character designs, my activities will continue as usual. Regarding the visuals used for live broadcasts, we are currently in careful discussions, including the possibility of engaging a new illustrator, which again is great to see. And they say, we apologize for this sudden announcement, but I hope to continue my activities with the same dedication as always, and I'd be grateful for your warm support moving forwards. Thank you for your continued support of Sakuna Yuki, which obviously, yeah, people, I don't really know what these comments are saying, obviously, because it's all in Japanese. It's saying, thanks for the report. Yeah, again, there is no hatred towards Yuki or Sakuna Yuki or whatever you want to call her. Again, it's all support towards her, and obviously people know that it is nothing to do with this VTuber in particular. She has done nothing wrong. It is the actions of her artist, which has definitely, you know, made himself look awful, and it can obviously have a knock-on effect on the VTuber themselves. But it seems like most...
Yeah, and you can see how healthy this situation is because it's not American. Imagine if it was an American situation. Oh god, the VTuber itself will be cooked. She will hate her life. She will have death threats. People will report her. People will dox her. And in Japan, they were like, yeah, you were working with a bad person. It's not your fault. It's fine. But America's like, ah, ee, how dare you, ee, and doing some crazy bad shit stuff.
It has actually stayed pretty together, and Yuki hasn't faced any backlash for this, which is the right situation and the right way that we want to be going forwards with this. Hopefully that she can you know, find a new artist, because obviously, you know, I feel like they were doing a lot of illustrations for them, and I feel like they were heavily involved with a lot of their kind of art and illustrations on their streams. So hopefully they can find a replacement soon so they can get back to streaming and just kind of move past this. And I hope that, you know, Gal gets dealt with properly by the relevant kind of people, whether that's the police or anybody else. Again, there's some people in my comments for some reason, you know, talking about like the Japanese law. I've got someone that I talk to who is literally from Japan telling me everything that I need to know, and I know that, yeah, you guys probably know him as Ryuku. Obviously, you know, and he tells me exactly what is the law and what isn't the law, and this definitely is not okay. What Gao has done is definitely not justifiable. It is not anything you guys can be like, oh, but I think over here in the law, no, it is not justifiable. It's a 14-year-old. Let's grow up here.
Yes, actually, I have Japanese friends, and they tell me that, for example, in some countrysides, this is why I said each like let's cut Japan into countryside, traditional, and the big cities. The big cities are following the law. Everything for them is like consent is 18, blah 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 blah. But the more you go to the traditional side and the countryside, the age is low. And if you are from the city and go, for example, to a very far country area, you can just be like, hey, the law. They are like, no, we have our own laws. You can go away, please.
Let's be real. Obviously, you know, we go here saying like, for example, this tweet as well, it seems like Gao has also been losing a lot of his other jobs outside of VTubing, which was a manga that he was working on, saying, looks like things aren't going well for Gao-sensei, as his role in drawing this manga will be replaced by a new one. And yes, Gao is in fact a male based on this English interview with him. So again, they're saying that the actual artist Gao, because obviously they keep their persona quite hidden, we don't really know who they are in, you know, regards to behind the scenes and things, but it seems like, yeah, they are a male, and they say soft cheeks, silky hair, and eyes that can easily lure you in. The girls drawn by illustrator Gao are cute enough to make anyone fall in love with it. So again, obviously, yeah, they're saying, yeah, I mean, it's just a little bit of an interview that has gone on with him. And yeah, it seems like he has lost his job from this manga that apparently he was supposed to be doing.
That's sad.
They put a whole kind of link to the interview. They say, and considering Aqua and another indie announced a change in the works, it's safe to say.
I hope that the new artist will nail the good art, because some people may drop the manga if the art changed drastically.
Gao Sensei allegation has spread wide enough in the JP sphere, and Kuro's accusation against him was real, which yeah, definitely is true. And he said, as I post this tweet, he has also privated/deleted his Pixiv and Fanbox accounts. His Twitter account is still up, but who knows for how long it will last. I couldn't find it whenever I was looking for it, so maybe it's gone, maybe it's not. I just couldn't find it anymore. Saying nothing is proven yet, the law hasn't been involved. Again, people are trying to be positive about this, but at the same time, he literally admitted to it on a live stream with Kore. I feel like that is enough proof that you need. You don't need, you don't even need anybody to get involved to kind of prove the fact that he did it. If he himself is going on a live stream and saying he did it, and
Yes.
getting rid of social media pages, getting kicked off of things like this, if he's being dropped by Yuki Sakuna after they've confirmed inappropriate behavior that has been going on, I mean, that is
TLDR, artist got cooked.
is all the evidence I think I need, and all the evidence that a lot of people need to be like, yeah, damn, screw this guy. He's definitely caused a massive stir in the community, and it's just terrible to see, and obviously I hope that things do get better for Yuki in the future, and I hope that the artist is a much better artist and a much more reliable one that won't obviously have any of this stuff going on. And it's just a terrible situation overall, because it affects a lot of people. I think being an artist and being a someone who works with a lot of VTubers and talents and different companies, and this kind of stuff coming out, it's terrible for a lot of people involved, and it often affects way more people than is often
Yeah, because the termination was immediate, so whoever is working with the artist have to quickly find someone as good as the artist they will fire to continue the work immediately. They need to fire the dude at 8 a.m. and find someone at 9 a.m. directly.
First scene, and obviously people saying manga should be remain the same. The artist is someone else. The character design and covers for the light novel are what are affected by the situation. Apparently, they say good. Hopefully, this means he's done what he's done has reached law enforcement. Zero sympathy after what he's done, which yeah, definitely is true. Obviously, there's been a lot of people commenting on this as well, saying, so what were the allegations and things that actually happened? And obviously, yeah, he got exposed for having an intimate relationship with a 14-year-old while he was 40 himself. They said this is for the nth time Kore has tried to drag a popular VTuber into someone else's alleged crimes. It's mental that you feel comfortable spreading badly translated Kore clickbait. Again, this is crazy to kind of reply with. It's clear that they've done it. I mean, Gao has even admitted to themselves. You can say whatever you like about Kore, and you could dislike him or whatever, but at the end of the day, they were right, and the person did go ahead and literally own straight up to it. They say, wait, hold on, there are people who are claiming Girl Papa is a woman, which again, obviously is confirmed that is not true. They say, that is unfortunate, I hope things won't be too bad for Yuki. That's crazy, that sounds too easy. What proof did Kore have? Obviously, yeah, all the proof was over on that page. I left a link.
You don't need proofs if the artist himself is I did wrong things, I'm retiring. You should stop there. You should not search more evidence. If the artist lied, artists have reasons. If it was the truth, well, it's the truth.
To that channel in the previous video, Kore's channel, because again, it's a pretty crazy live stream. I don't think I've seen a single Japanese person stream on Kick apart from Kore. Again, maybe that's just due to me not really looking that hard. But again, it's the first Kick stream I think I've seen from a Japanese streamer, which is kind of cool. And essentially, yeah, they talked about it over on there. And yeah, Gao went on the stream, and it's just I don't know, it's a crazy situation. I just kind of want to talk about it really quickly, just because of this new announcement, which
yeah, that is a really interesting situation, because if it was in the West, it will really not be the same. Well, that's it for the video. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.